Hi, g'day guys. Today I'm going to be showing you a recipe for a very popular recipe for making Motichoor ke Laddoos. Laddoos are a very well renowned and very tasty dessert, or so to say sweet, in the Indian tradition and culture, and it's very popular all around the world, especially towards this part of the world, Australia and New Zealand. We totally love it. People totally crave for it in weddings and any for festivals and occasions. So today I'm going to be showing you a recipe, very challenging recipe, so to say, but this is one of the easiest methods which I have learned from my mom. I'm currently becoming a chef, and I'm kind of very much swayed towards learning the recipes of my culture, so to say. So today I'm gonna show you the ingredients for this recipe. Primarily we're gonna be using besan. It's called chickpea flour. So you would need finely ground chickpea flour. This is just a miniature version I'm showing you. If you're going to be making on a slightly larger scale, obviously the quantities and the proportions of the ingredients are definitely going to be higher. So for this demonstration, we're taking about one dish of about 1 cup of chickpea flour. So you put that in a bowl, yeah. And then the other ingredients to follow this is powdered milk. This is dry powdered milk, and we've got some sultanas here, and then we've got some cardamom seeds here. These are green dried cardamom seeds, and we've also got this nutmeg. This is whole nutmegs. What you do is that this kind of a shell, so you break it, and then inside that you get a canal like that, so you can either grate it or ground it. What I usually do is that we take out the nut. It's more like a beetle nut, so you take out the nut from inside, and with the cardamom seeds you kind of put it in a dry blender, and you get give it a bit of a whiz, and you get a powdered form of these nuts like that, which you're going to be using a bit later. And then we've got some other ingredients to follow. This is butter. We're going to be using some a few tablespoons of melted butter, and this is food color. This gives the laddoos an extremely appealing yellow taste, so wherever possible try to use yellow. We're trying to make the traditional one over here. And then we've got some finely ground semolina. This is called suji. This is usually we use this to make shira or halwa, but we're going to be using some of this. This actually gives a bit of a texture to the laddoos, and it makes it taste totally delicious. And then we've got some vanilla as well. This is vanilla with some seeds in it, so try to use don't use the essence, try to use the real vanilla. It gives laddoos an extremely tasty smell and taste. Then we've got some water over here, depending on the quantity you need. We've got some ghee, which, as you know, is clarified butter. This is pure New Zealand ghee, because I live in New Zealand. Alright, so I'm going to quickly show you how to make it. Sorry, I forgot to mention, we're going to be needing some sugar as well. So if you've got brown sugar, sugar is usually used for the syrup. As you can see, the syrup is boiling over here. So just for demonstration, I've put in about a cup of sugar in there, and we're going to be needing some oil for deep frying. The oil is boiling over here as well, and we're going to be needing some spoons for different purposes during the cooking process. And we're going to be using some liquid milk as well. This liquid milk, and this is a blender which you're going to be using to slightly blend the fried basins. So what you're going to start with doing is that we're going to put in the basin over here, and then we're going to be putting some of the powdered milk. So let's just drop that in, chuck that in there. And then we're going to be putting some sujis as well. Suji, which is semolina. This is just for the consistency of that. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to form a batter. This batter we're going to use to fry in the oil. So we're putting some liquid milk in there, right? And we want to have slightly thick batter to form. You can put some more milk in there because obviously you want the batter to be of a consistency which can be fried through some kind of sieve or through some kind of ladle which has got holes in there, right? So you form a batter like that. Don't make it too thin. Make sure your batter is of a slightly thicker consistency, right? Just for a quick demonstration only, so I have to hurry up the process. Sorry guys, I'm the only cameraman doing this cooking process myself, so please bear with me. Alright, so you give it a good mix, right? What you can do at this stage, you can add the melted butter in that as well. Add some of the melted butter. This kind of gives more of a fluffy texture to the laddoos. And when the laddoos dry, they don't actually, they don't dry up and they don't become like solid hard. They still have that softness texture to that. This is a very varied version. This is more of like a westernized version. So traditionally you will see some of the ingredients are not used, but I'm telling you guys, you're going to definitely love it. So what do? Once the batter is formed, my oil has been heating over here, as you can see. It's getting hot. One of the best ways of testing if your oil has become hot is to take a wooden spoon from the back, just dip the handle of it in the oil, and if it sizzles like that, it's an indication that your oil is of an appropriate temperature. So what do? You hold a big spoon which has got holes in there, yeah? Get somebody to hold it for you, so be very careful. And then you put in your batter, slightly put in your batter, make sure it's properly mixed in that oil, yeah? So what we're trying to do is that we're trying to form, sorry guys, we're trying to form bundis, right? That's why it's called Motichoor Laddoos. So what you're going to do is that, oh sorry guys, this has become slightly more hot. Right, so you're going to take that out. Make sure you take it out really fast. You don't want them to go like very crispy. Yeah. Take them out. Put it in a different bowl. Yeah. Right, so we've taken it off the heat because this is for demonstration purpose only. And what we do after that. Sorry, I'm going to wipe my my camera. My screen has got a bit blurry. Sorry guys. Alright, so once you've got that, sorry, this has become slightly darker. So you put in the blender, right? You put in this blender. This is the varied version. This is where the varied version comes in. So you put in the blender, and then you actually give it a bit of a whiz. What do? You don't blend it, so don't make it like really, don't use the smooth option for this. What you want to do is that we just want to give it a bit of a quick whiz so that the texture is retained. So what options we're going to choose is crush ice, right? So we just give it a few whizzes like that, right? And that's about it, right? And then you'll see, I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So this is it looks very fine. It looks like a ground millet, or it looks like ground seeds of some kind, yeah? So I'm going to show you what we do after this. What we do after this is that we actually chuck those bundis. Right, sorry guys. We chuck those bundis in the basin, um, or a pot, and then you add in there these ground nuts. So cardamom, this is cardamom, and we've got some cardamom as well as it's got some cardamom and nutmeg, right? So we're going to be using these seeds. So we're going to be using some of that. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, so we add that to that, and to that we're going to be adding some of these sultanas, right? We're going to add the sultanas, yeah, and then we're going to be adding some of these butter as well, and we're going to be adding a few spoons of the ghee, which is the molten ghee, yeah. So we're going to add some of that to that, because we try to the reason we're adding the ghee is that so that it's easy to mold. And on the other side, as you can see, my sugar syrup has been getting ready as well. So you must ensure that your sugar syrup is of a right consistency as well. So what happens, this needs to form a thread kind of consistency. I'll show you what I mean. So when you put it in a spoon like that, then when you press it between your fingers, it should give you like a bit of a sticky kind of feeling. As you can see, it's starting to form like a thread kind of thing. It's like that. See that? Yeah. So when it's sticky like that, you know that your sugar syrup is ready. So what you do is that you pour the sugar syrup in this ground ingredients, and then we're going to try to mold the laddoos now. We're going to try to mold it so that they form a shape of round shapes, yeah. So you mix it pretty well. Obviously this is on a smaller scale, that's why don't have a whole lot of ingredients to show how it's going to turn out, but this is how it's going to turn out. Oh, sorry, forgot to tell you, you're also going to be needing some of the almonds as well. Almonds. See, what you do is that you chuck the almonds in the blender as well, and then you squeeze, and then you blend it with the laddoos. And then what you do, once it's all mixed up, then you start to mold these laddoos into round shapes. Yeah, so you mold it like that, and then obviously this is on a smaller scale. That's my laddoos are going to be slightly smaller, but I'm going to show you how the final results looks like. Yeah, and then you keep molding them into round shapes, round balls. It's more like meatballs. Yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. And then your final product is going to be looking like this. Be prepared to be wild, guys. This is your final product. This is how these laddoos is going to look like. So please do try it and tell me how did you like it. I'm pretty sure you'd be totally wowed by it. This is still very soft, so if you cut it with a knife, you can see that they still maintain their beautiful texture in there. See, they've got a beautiful soft texture. Yeah, and it's very breakable. So it's very soft. It's not soft, but it will harden up in a couple of days. And what you do is that you put these in airtight containers, and leave them for a couple of days for them to develop their taste. I'll show you some which we have made earlier. Right, these are the ones. So we've put it in an airtight container, wrap it with monofoil, and they will look like this. Absolutely delicious. I tell you guys, the smell is just absolutely stunning. You guys are gonna love me totally for showing you how to make this Motichoor laddoos. It's quite a challenging dish. Some people claim that there are various ingredients used in this, but if you follow this procedure, then I'm pretty sure your results gonna look absolutely delicious. Please do enjoy it, do try it, and tell me how did you like my first attempt at making a video for this very renowned recipe of Motichoor laddoos. Okay guys, catch you later, bye.